So in today's video, we're going to go over, does Black Ops 4 multiplayer suck? Yes, does it suck or is it great? Well, let's get into today's video and we'll be judging on multiple different topics. So let's get right into this video.
No man, this oxygen is turning my pianos into an alien hand! You dance!
So the first section I want to go over is the gameplay, and in the gameplay to Black Ops 4, it's actually kind of cool because it feels like a Call of Duty type gameplay, but at the same time it's very tactical if you want to play a tactical way or if you want to run and shoot, because you can play it all different ways. Because with the specialist system coming back and it's been revamped, and it actually is pretty cool how they've done it this time. You get a gadget and a your special weapon like you did in Black Ops 3, and well, they have got all different uniques. No one can have the same amount unless you're playing a game mode called Heist, which we'll go over later in game modes. And when you're playing this game, you can like play normal game mode. You can when you have a certain character, such as the one I played most, Seraph, you put attacking set down and everyone can spawn on it, which is kind of cool to be honest, because who doesn't want to spawn in a place other than the spawn and get to the action quicker? And plus she is like the one that gets out spawn shot. Or you can be, if you're the type of rusher player, players ruin, you can get out the spot really quickly with you grapple gun, because you can grapple and go up to different areas, and it's good for different playstyles such as ruin, because you can get to places different ways that others can't. Or you can play as people like Nomad, who actually has a dog and trip mines, which is pretty the camperish character. Or you want to be guy who tells what everyone is, you be recon. And then there's also loads of different characters. They're all mostly characters coming back from Black Ops 3, which is kind of cool because it continues a continuity, which I like continuity of having that stuff. It's just some of the lines from Seraph, which I know is one because I played her the most, is that she does have some of the same lines as she does in Black Ops 3, which it can be rejigged. It isn't out yet. And when it comes to gameplay, you don't automatically heal, which I kind of like now. At first it was like, because I wasn't really looking forward to this, bearers when the healing's gonna be really fuck me up, but it actually didn't, which I actually did like. And when you go into these gunfights, you actually stand a chance in that everyone's equal, because everyone's got 150 health unless Crash is out there somewhere and boosted the team with an extra 50 health. But not every time. Well, you will know if they've been boosted, because it will tell you on their health bar. If they're being boosted, they will have a yellow extension to their health, and the health bars are a good addition to the game, because instead of when you used to get killed by these certain people and people go, oh, hacker, I shot him loads of times, and yeah, people will go, oh, bullshit, I didn't have enough health. You got your heal, which you activated yourself, so it's your fault if that didn't happen. And also you can see what their health is on, so you can't call bullshit on your damage of what you did. And plus, if you look on the scoreboards when playing the game, it actually will show your kills and any other modes. But I think Search and Destroy, I didn't play Search and Destroy. I know it does show it in TDM, it does show your kills in TDM, but it doesn't show your deaths, which I'm actually liking, because you cannot pick on a person when playing the game. But when it comes to the engagements are pretty cool, because every weapon is pretty good in its own way. Shotguns are very good up close. SMGs are good with your short to medium range, apart from a couple I didn't like, but I'll go over them on weapons. And there's a lot of different, there's loads of verticality to the map, which I like. Is instead of having this free lane system, there's a free lane system, but there's different entrances to different buildings, and there's multiple entrances in one lane, which I enjoy, and is very good in my opinion. So when it comes to the weapons, I actually really do like the weapons. Some of them I think are balanced, and some of them maybe a bit too overpowered, such as the Rampant, which is the Scar within the game. It's an assault rifle, and it's pretty strong, to be honest. It's really strong, and it's good at killing people at far ranges, maybe even sniper speed, sniper ranges, and other guns such as the very last assault rifle, which I can't remember the name of because it's got a really weird name. I like that weapon because it feels really strong, but the way it works is the reason I think some of the weapons are overpowered, because this weapon is, when you're shooting it, the longer you shoot it, the faster the fire rate gets, which I kind of like how it's unique. But maybe if you tweak it down a little bit, how much the fire rate increases, it may be okay, a bit more balanced, but it is very strong. Some of the weapons are very unbalanced, such as there is the I think it's the 9mm SMG, which it looks like it will dominate, but when you use it, it's very, very crap at long ranges. At long ranges and medium like engagements, it's crap. I get why it doesn't work at long ranges, but medium ranges, it's crap. And I haven't bothered trying using this with attachments because I can't get kills with it because it's a very difficult gun to use. But I do like the involvement of the brand new category, which should have been in the game ages ago, is tactical rifles. We've seen marksman rifles in the past in Call of Duty Ghosts, but tactical rifles is the new name for like this type of category, which I like, because marksman rifles had it with one-shot weapons, but tactical rifles allow you to have single-shot rifles, burst rifles, and I think multi-burst rifles such as the long swordfish, which I think has a 4 burst, which sounds insane to me. Which it still is strong, but it's not as strong as it was in the alpha footage that I've seen. And these tactical rifles I really like it. They can be used in rushing situations, which I've never seen before. The first rifle you'll get is a single shot. I used it as Ruin, and well, it's kind of fun to use that rifle with Ruin. You wouldn't think to use that gun in a fast-paced environment with Ruin, but it works. And also I like what they did with the shotguns this year, and they have moved them to the secondary. Shotguns have always been like a secondary weapon basic for me. Sometimes when I played it in the past, I've always had, say, a main gun as like an assault rifle and a backup as a shotgun, and in recent years such as World War II I just run around with shotguns because shotguns are fun, and the shotguns feel balanced, to be honest. Right now I heard that in the alpha they were very, very weak, but it seems that they've been improved and balanced, and that they do actually do a lot of damage. The first shotgun you get, it seems that that shotgun can be one-shot kill sometimes, but sometimes not, which loses the inconsistency, but it makes you more challenging to use. And the semi-auto shotgun, it has a little bug with it right now that it doesn't pop up in the feed, it only pops up with a skull in the feed, which I kind of like. Well, it's kind of like for a beta right now, but they need to get that thing sorted. But the gun actually can dominate when you start looking at attachments for it. I've currently about halfway through unlocking the attachments for this gun, and it's starting to shred people, which I like. And other stuff is that the pistols this year, which are pretty cool, to be honest, because we got a pistol, which is a normal pistol that we can use, which everyone uses in heist, which I'll go over next in the game modes, as the revolver. And the revolver's attachment is pretty much insane. It pretty much says you can get a one-shot headshot from almost any range, which is crazy for me, but I get why it's there as an attachment, because you can use pistols viable now, because in past pistols have been very hard to use, and this is making pistols more viable to use in like core game modes instead of using them in hardcore game modes. And launchers, I didn't use launchers at all, so I don't know how they work. And then the other guns such as the snipers pretty much one-shot kills and pretty dominant if you know how to use one properly, which I kind of like. I've only used it a couple of times, but I used it a lot. Well, my friend Conzi, he has used the snipers quite a bit, and he actually likes how they work. And they have got stands on them, looks like it's going to be used for blackout. So that's the stuff for the weapons, and let's get on to the game modes. So let's talk about the game modes within Call of Duty Black Ops 4. In the beta, you basically got your different types of game modes. I'm not going to go over your simple ones like Domination and Hardpoint and Search and Destroy. They're all simple game modes that we've seen in the past. They've come back the same way and in the same style as before. But I'm going to cover 3 game modes that are basically changing up on this game. I'm going to go over Chaos TDM, which is classic TDM 6v6. I want to go over that slightly little bit real quick at the beginning here, and then we're going to go straight into Heist and then Control. So for the first one, Chaos TDM, it is literally Chaos TDM. Means 6v6 means 6 operators each side. It means you can only pick 1 operator out of the 10 to be on each team, and it's pretty much, because the Black Ops 4 is a very fast-paced game. To be in that mode, TDM is going to be an actual pretty hard game mode to play, because it's actually in the title of the game mode Chaos, because the game mode actually feels like it's actual chaos, because you're going to see operators, because the maps were designed for 5v5 situations, and well, you got an extra 2 people on the map, and it's going to get a bit crazy. 2 people, 1 being on each team, and that's why it's called Chaos TDM. because people are just going to come out your left, right, and center, and it will be a hard time for you to heal, which I found in that mode. And I was like, this mode is a bit too fast paced for me. I want them to slow my pace down, so I went and played most of my time in the beta in the capture playlist. But when Heist came out, I had a little fun go on this. So Heist, I really enjoyed Heist. So when I started playing Heist, I played with my friend Connor, because we were the ones that played in the beta. After 2 hours of playing it straight, we wasn't bored of the game mode, which is a really good mode, which means this is a really good and enjoyable mode. So Heist is like your CSGO type mode, but involves search and destroy elements with a bit of cash on top. So in CSGO we have like, you can buy your weapons and you start with like pistols. In Heist you do the same, you start with a pistol, but it works in the same sense as search and destroy. Instead of blowing something up, you're both trying to get this cash and extract it, but you can kill the enemy team, and when killing the enemy team you can earn cash doing this, and if you score with a bag at the end of your team extracting it, you gain extra cash for taking it. I like this mode because you can play it strategically. Everyone can be any type of specialist. You can have 2 Seraphs on your team, 2 Crashes on your team, 2 Ajax on your team, because you can actually buy some of their abilities. You can't have your super mega ability, which is your super. You can't have that, but you can have like their things, such as you can have Prophets, Seeker Drone, you can have batteries, cluster grenades, you can have all sorts of stuff like that, and you can actually purchase armor, which I like. The more expensive the armor, the more armor you get, which I actually like, and that you actually get to choose your weapon. It's got select armor's attachments selected for each weapon, which I kind of like. That we can't have these really overpowered combos. They've actually selected the attachments we get and what prices are to unlock certain tiers to that. We can buy perks, buy different equipment, which I like. And that this game mode's got a lot of replayability. Say one game you win most of the rounds, you got loads of money, and then the next game you lose a bunch of the rounds. You have different ways to play this. Say if you want to mess about, put like a sniper on or something, like when you're really bad at sniping, it's one of those game modes you can actually have fun with, while at the same time it can be very competitive, which is, I guess, in my book, it can be competitive while having fun at the same time, and with it having a fair start, it shows that everyone is on an equal ground and how the game plays out. And then also on top of that, this game mode is one of those game modes that you don't play the same every time. What I mean by you don't play the same every time is that you can choose a different weapon mid-game anytime there's a beginning of a round, and I absolutely love that type of game mode, and it actually makes me feel like, oh, it's really hard to get bored of this game mode, which I like. So when it comes to control, I actually kind of like how tactical you can play this mode. So in control, there's 2 points and an enemy team has got to capture it, and one team has to defend it, and depending on what team you are is what you have to do. And what I like about this is, if you're the attacking team and you're capturing a point, and say you get kicked off that point, and you've got it for a certain amount, say if you got like 25% or something, you will have a cap where it's capped at that point, as far it drains back when the enemy team goes back. And I like this feature of this game mode because it proves that you don't always have to stay in that point all the way through the match in that round to actually capture that points. And sometimes those game modes get where you get so close and then it gets taken away because you have to start all the way from the beginning. And when this mode does it right, and with the limited spawns, I actually like it, and makes Seraph actually come in useful with attacking set to get on objectives quicker. And I like having that objective play with operators coming in useful to help out. Say Firebreak is very good for getting people off the point, such as clearing enemies off the point that are capturing, or if you want to get enemies off the point from taking it away from your team, you just throw your nuclear car out, you pull out, and you get rid of everyone, which I like. And Battery, she can just explode everyone because she's crazy, and which I like. And then you can get people like Crash that come in and heal everyone. It can get pretty with chaotic mode, but some modes in this game are meant to be chaotic, which I like. And that the also thing I've mentioned throughout all these entire game modes, in every game mode it seems if you do damage to a person and someone else gets killed, you still get classified as getting the kill. You won't get it in the feed, but it will go onto the scoreboard. So it's a game that you can easily get a positive KD. Overall, if you are good at a game, this could be the Call of Duty that has the highest KDs. But back to Control. Control is really good at, say, if you want to play defending, you want to defend that point, be Talk. Talk is a very good operator for this game mode. He can block off areas. I've used Engineer and just seen how creative people get with Talk on this game mode. They've tried blocking off every single entrance, and Control seems to be that competitive game mode, which is going to be very competitive when it comes to ranked and esports, which I like, because it's going to show like the team play, and now the teams can communicate, because if you communicate while playing this game mode like competitively, you will get really far in this game mode. And if you're good at attacking, you are going to dominate the enemy defending team. If you're defending, you're really good. It's all about that team play in this game mode, which I like, and it seems to be that this tactician and gameplay and teaming up actually is coming to incorporate a lot in Black Ops 4, which is a yes in my book, because team play is a very good way of actually getting people to communicate and see what stuff people like in the community about Black Ops 4. Overall, in my own opinion, Black Ops 4 is a good step in a new direction for Call of Duty, and a new style Call of Duty should continue in future games. I like this way style of the game is being played, and it's probably the best beta they've ever done out of any of the Call of Duty betas I have been involved in, and it's really fun and enjoyable to play. I think as soon as people get a hold of this, people who didn't play in the beta will actually start to enjoy it and see how different it is compared to different Call of Duties in the past. And personally, I want more things to go along this line when it comes from any of the other studios. It seems like they're all going in different directions with the series, but Treyarch seems to be going in this direction and going the tactical way, and I'm really enjoying it. And it should be a way that they should continue this throughout the entire season of Black Ops 4 and into the next game, because it is a very enjoyable game to play. Because I'm not a guy who normally likes multiplayer, but I really enjoyed this multiplayer. And for a guy who doesn't like multiplayer and prefers zombies, that's a new thing, because a lot of people like this game that have played in the beta, but those people that haven't played it and think they're wary of it, pick the game up probably after it launches and see how you feel about the game, because it's a very good game to play. And as soon as you get a hang of it, it's really easy to remember stuff such as your healing will just become muscle memory at one point, because I just get to the point where as soon as I take a gunfight, I always press that trigger to make sure I heal. But anyways guys, remember to leave a like and subscribe and comment down what you think of the video and what you think of Call of Duty Black Ops 4 right now. And as always guys, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.